Hey people, who says that beggars can't be choosers? You know what, at the end of the day, beggars are just like us. They're human beings, they're not aliens, and they do have choices. They have the choice to either beg over here, there, up the road, down the road, day in, day out, night, day, you name it, they can beg. And the funny thing is, they got a choice, an option to ask you for things, not just food, shelter, water, money, or drugs, as it were. But the fact that they can ask you for these sort of things shows that they got an option, shows that they got a choice. It's up to you whether you want to give them things or not at the end of the day. But the fact that they got a choice to ask for these things shows that they got a choice. You know what I'm saying? So they do have choices. It's the people who try to pose their ideas of beggars have no choices, but they do. Of course that they have a choice. Let me tell you something. What's the difference between a poor man and a beggar? I'm going to give you a few moments to just think about this one. Well, in fact, I'm going to give you 5 seconds before I tell you the answer. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Well, here goes. Prepare yourself. Buckle up now, because it's going to be insightful. The difference between the two is the poor man waits for things to happen. He just sits on his laurels and waits for things to happen. Now, the poor man, the beggar man goes out there and gets what he wants. Meaning as in, he has to survive, so he's got to do whatever it takes for him to survive. So he's a go-getter. The other one just sits back, and the beggar goes out there and gets. And we can apply this simile, this metaphor, to us, because we're exactly the same in this respect, where there's a bunch of us who sit back on our backsides, do nothing, and wait for things to happen. Or there's the go-getters, the achievers, who want something, very focused, very successful at what they do, and they go out there and get. Now, everyone's a beggar to a degree. Everyone's a poor man to a degree as well. Let me give you another example. We beg in all different ways in our life, in different areas in our life. For example, I'm not trying to preach to you on a religious level, but I'm just going to use this example to elaborate on what I'm talking about. The relationship between the servant and the Lord. When the servant sins, what does he do in the sight of his Lord? He says, "Oh Lord, forgive me, for I have sinned." So he's also asking for forgiveness. He's also begging. Even when it comes down to dealing with human beings, one on another, where they've wronged each other, what do? They apologize. They say, "Sorry, I'm so sorry, please forgive me." So it's a form of begging. Sorry is also a form of begging. It's a beg for forgiveness, beg for mercy, you know. Or we're either asking for favors. Favor is also a form of begging. "Oh man, you know what? I beg you for a favor. Can you sort this out? Can you do this? Can you do that?" That's a form of asking for something. Guess what? The beggar man, he asks for things. He's got a choice to ask. We also ask. You know? So we are actually in a similar position in terms of begging or being poor. And that is my note for today. I'm going to leave you with that. Next time that you see a poor man or a beggar, please by all means smile at them and give them a little something just to brighten up their day. Until then guys, take care, stay strong, stay focused, and always live to learn, to empower and inspire the lives of many as well as yourself. Bye for now.